the 10th or 12th or more evaluation I've had the pleasure of doing with you, Tom. Interesting that both speakers tonight spoke out of the same speech in the same advanced manual. That's very, very unusual. It's a challenging manual and has you do things which you can't, which I couldn't as an evaluator necessarily break down into the various Toastmaster skills. I had to step back and look at what the overall objectives are for your presentation. And I'll give you some real good marks, and I'll tell you had some mixed areas that I think that you could strengthen before you actually give this in review them. You had an outstanding introduction. We don't always have introductions, but this one you used to set the stage, you used to identify the audience. So those are things that you personally didn't have to do after you got up here. So it's a good use of your time. Time in the setting you are speaking at a conference is very, very critical. And you had 10 to 12 minutes with perhaps a 30-second overlap. You came in at 12 minutes and 29 seconds. So
there were no yellow and green cards.
There were no yellow and green cards. So
Mr. Intro here.
Not have introductions, you can't operate the cards. And you are a critical care physician. Okay. I'm feeling a lot better. One of the key things, Russ touched on this with Greg, is the need for you to grab the audience attention. You were comfortable, you came out, and you probably opened up the presentation with 5 or 6 questions. Very conversational, very comfortable, and displayed a lot of the things that you learn as a Toastmaster. Good pauses between your questions. You gave the audience a little bit of time to reflect on them. Some of your questions, very, very traditional. Some of the questions would have resonated with the audience because they were a little bit of an inside question on how much work it takes, and that sort of thing. The things I'd like to touch base with you on, Tom, great profitable paper roll. That was just outstanding. Good eye contact. You laid out one of the objectives is to have a unique selling proposition. As I tried to note that, I have 6 or 7 points that you nailed as part of a unique selling proposition. The things I would like to suggest, you need to be more forceful. You're selling something. You were not forceful. More dynamic gestures. You were not excited enough about what you were saying, what you were doing. Faster pace. Everything's all tied up in that one little knot of higher energy, more enthusiasm, and I think you did not finish with a dynamic call to action. You wanted your close to be strong. It just kind of wound down. It wasn't as strong a finish as I would have expected from you.